Good morning to all of you. We are on chapter in OC, chapter number 9. Chapter 9. Yesterday we have completed meaning of departmental store and chain store. So once again meaning, first of all, departmental store and chain store both are type of retail trade. So first of all, departmental store, they are keeping varieties of goods of different types of, means varieties means different qualities of goods at the same place, and different sections are there. For example, on 80 feet road, I think Aadhar, I think there is a shop, that is the example of departmental store. So different sections or different departments are there in that particular departmental store, and they are keeping a very same type of goods in different departments. That is called departmental store. Next, chain store. Chain store means it is a kind of retail trade where varieties of goods but of the same class. For example, varieties, different companies of mobiles, a shopkeeper or shop they are keeping. But chain store, they are trying to reach nearest to the customer by establishing another shop, another business, so that they can reach nearest to the customer. But they are keeping same type of goods. Now new topic is difference between departmental store and chain store. Difference between page number 107. Page number 107. I have already told you. Once again I am repeating. First of all, you have to learn chart which is given on page number 103, different types of retail trade, and in that different types of retail trade only explanation about mobile shop. Mobile shop means hawkers, temporary traders, fixed day traders, street sellers. Yesterday we have done. Then meaning of departmental store, meaning of chain store, and then difference between departmental store and chain store, difference between retail and wholesale, and last one is short notes on franchisee. The first one is departmental store and chain store. What is the difference? Departmental store and chain store. The total 5 differences are given. Any 4 you have to take. First one is, in departmental store, the objective is to supply all types of goods. All types of goods to customer. At the same place. At the same place here means customer has to approach to departmental store in order to purchase goods. Customer has to approach. In case of chain stores, this type of business units are trying to reach near to the customer. So to supply goods. How they are supplying goods? By reaching near the customer at various places. Once again, first difference, to supply all types of goods. Here, to supply all types of goods to customer, but at the same place. At the same place means here customers are approaching to departmental store in order to purchase goods. In case of chain store, they are trying to reach nearest to the consumer or customer. Second, they are selling varieties, different types of goods, and they are selling a particular type of goods, only a particular type of goods. Second difference. So any four of your own choice, any 4 points you can take. Second point is sale of goods at the same place. Again, almost same explanation. Sale of goods at the same place in different departments or section. In different department or sections. Once again, on this road there is a shop on 80 feet road, Aadhar I think. That is an example of departmental store. They are keeping varieties of goods in different section. One section is only for detergent, one section is only for toothpaste. In this way, they are keeping the goods in different departments or section. Here, sales at different places through branches. So first of all, they are establishing a particular shop in a particular area. Then all customers are approaching there. Then they try to reach nearest to the consumer in some other particular area by establishing other business or other branch there. So they are selling at different places through their branches. Third difference, greater risk. Means risk is more in case of departmental store. Greater risk. Why greater risk? As the sales activity is undertaken at the same places. Here, comparatively, risk is less. Why risk is less? Because they are able to compensate their loss from different branches, as the sales activity is at different places by branches. And fourth, last one, wide opportunity of selection to customer. Wide opportunity of selection to customer. As many types of products are sold in departmental stores. And here, less opportunity of selection. Reason, as limited products of the same class are sold in chain stores. So these are the four differences between departmental store and chain store. First one is to supply all the types of goods to customer at the same place. Here place is one. Customer has to approach in order to purchase varieties of goods, but they are keeping different types of products. In case of chain store, they are supplying a particular product and they try to reach nearest to the customer through different places, means through branches. Second difference, sale of goods at the same place in different departments, means they are again almost same explanation. They are selling different types of goods to customer at the same place in different departments, means there is different department, there is different sections, means they are dividing the whole store in different departments and keeping goods, the variety of goods, but they are selling their products through at distant places through branches. So they have lots of branches in order to sell same type of product. Now here third point, and before third point, take fourth point, easy one, wide opportunity of selection to customer. Why? Again first point, because they are supplying varieties of goods at the same place. That's why customer has an opportunity to select the type of goods which they want. So there is wide opportunity of selection to customer as many types of products are sold at departmental store, but there is limitation. In case of chain store, there is less opportunity of selection as limited products of the same class are sold in the chain store. For example, if we take the example of mobile shop, the only mobile or accessories related to the mobiles are sold at that particular place. If customer need any other thing, they cannot purchase from that shop. So less opportunity of selection as limited products of the same class are sold in chain store. Now third point, greater risk is there in case of departmental store. Reason, suppose there is one departmental store and they are selling varieties of goods, but at the same place, whole shop is divided into different section. So customers approach there. If they are able to grab maximum customers, then they will earn good profit. But if they are not able to establish their business in that locality, in that area in a proper way, then there is risk of facing a loss also. But so far as a chain store is concerned, here comparatively, means as compared to departmental store, risk of loss is less. Reason, suppose there is 3 or 4 shops in Surendranagar, 3 or 4 shops of mobile, same company, there is 4 shops in Surendranagar. So they had made a chain. They had established different shops at different areas in order to reach nearest to the consumer. So if this shop is in profit and this shop is in loss, so they can compensate because they are selling same product of the same company. That's why they can compensate the loss of one shop with the profit of other shop or other business unit. If they have lots of branches, suppose this shop has 3 branches and 2 branches are going in loss, the loss of these branches can be compensated with the profit of these 2 branches. So here comparatively risk is there. So this is the difference between departmental store and chain store. Second one is, next topic, difference between retail trade and wholesale trade. Once again, I am repeating difference between departmental store, chain store. First, to supply all types of goods, means varieties of goods to customer at the same place. They are supplying goods by reaching nearest to the consumer through different places or through branches. Again almost same explanation, sale of goods at the same place, in different departments and sale at different places through branches. Then Risk is more in case of departmental store. If they are earning good profits, then it's okay. Otherwise, there may be possibilities of loss also, because there is only one shop or one particular place they are selling all goods. If customers are increasing, then they will earn profit. If not, then they have to face loss. But here, if they have lots of branches, lots of different places they are selling goods, then if there is loss in a particular branch, it can be compensated with the profit of another branch. Here, wide opportunity of selection to customer, because they are selling varieties of goods, all types of goods, almost all types of goods. And here, less opportunity of selection is there, because they are selling only a particular type of goods, that is also in limited quantity. So, less opportunity of selection in case of chain store. Now, difference between retail trade and wholesale trade. And don't wait for homework. This is your homework. Right now you are going through examination process. That's why you are not required to do. But after completion of exam, please try to complete this question. Write answers in your notebook. Today we have done difference between departmental store and chain store. So question is, give any 4 difference between departmental store and chain store. And next question or next topic is difference between retail trade and wholesale trade. Again, any 4 points of your own choice. Retail trade, and wholesale trade. Now first, retail trade, less capital investment is required for such type of business. So in short, we can write less capital is required. This topic is simple one as compared to departmental store and chain store. More capital is required, we all know. More capital is required. They are keeping varieties of goods but in a small quantity. That's why they need less capital is required. Or if you compare retail trade with wholesale trade, they are not required to store varieties of goods in godown. But here wholesale traders, they require to set up their godown or warehouse where they need to keep the goods in large quantity, and then that's why they needs more capital. So less capital is required in case of retail trade and more capital is required in case of wholesale trade. Second one is, in case of retail trade, purchase the goods. Purchase the goods in small or large. In small or large quantity, and purchase the goods in a small or large quantity means it depends upon the nature of business, means whether number of customers are more or less. If number of customers are more, then they will keep goods in large quantity. If number of customers are limited, then they will keep the goods in a small quantity. So in case of retail trade, they are purchasing goods either in a small or large quantity and sells to the customer as per their requirements. As per their requirements. In case of wholesale trade, they are purchasing goods, purchase goods in large quantity and sells the same sells the same in small quantity to retailers. They are purchasing goods in large quantity and sells the same in small quantity to retailers. Third difference, they are connecting link between manufacturer and retailer. They are connecting link between wholesaler and customer. They are connecting link between wholesaler and customer, whereas they are connecting link between manufacturer and fourth one, easy one, retailers are more in number. Retailers are more in numbers, whereas wholesalers are less in numbers. And additional point I am reading, sells various products of many producer or wholesaler, retail trade. Orally I am reading, their retail traders are selling various products of various companies, of various producers, whereas wholesale trade, they are selling the various products of limited producer. Means they are keeping the agency of one or two companies, and from those companies they are purchasing the products produced by such companies and selling it to retailer. But they are keeping various products of many producers. They are purchasing goods from various wholesalers. Four differences are, once again, less capital is required. In case of wholesale trade, more capital is required. Second point, they are purchasing the goods either in a small or large quantity, but they are selling such goods to customer as per the requirements of customer, means as per their requirements. In case of wholesale trade, they are purchasing goods always in large quantity and sells the same, means sells the goods in a small quantity to the retailer or as per the order given by the retailer. Next one is retail traders. They are the connecting link between the wholesaler and the customers, whereas wholesalers are connecting link between, or we can say mediator between the manufacturer and the retailer. Retailers are more in numbers and wholesalers are less in numbers. These are the four differences between retail trade and wholesale trade. And last topic, that is given on page number 105, franchisee. And beside franchisee, you can read supermarket, shopping mall, only for your knowledge. If any doubt, you can ask. Otherwise, that will not come in explanation form. Only chart you have to do, different types of retail trade, and after that, once again, explanation about departmental store. Explanation means only meaning. Then meaning of chain store. After that, first of all, types of mobile shop. explanation of types of mobile shop. Next, meaning of departmental store and chain store. Only meaning. Then difference between departmental store and chain store. Then difference between retail trade and wholesale trade. And last, short notes on or explanation about franchisee. That is given on page number 105. Franchisees. Page number 105. Now what is franchisee? First point, first of all write down points. A special right, a special right is given by signing a contract with a company having a particular trademark, or brand to sell its product or services or to manufacturing its products and sell it is called franchisee. A special right is given by signing a contract with a company. Means suppose this is a particular business unit and there is a big manufacturer who are producing particular goods and having a good brand name in the market. So this shop, these small business units are entering into a contract, entering into an agreement with this manufacturer and taking permission, we can say taking permission to sell their products or services, or taking permission to manufacture their goods and then sell into the market. This type of permission by entering into a contract, by entering into an agreement is called franchisee. A special right they are taking, this business unit is taking, how? Is given by signing a contract with a company, the company which has a particular trademark or brand, means the products which they are producing, it has a popular trademark or brand. So these small business units are taking kind of special right by entering into an agreement or contract with this manufacturer and taking the permission to sell their products on behalf of this manufacturer, or taking the permission to provide their services, not only goods, to provide their services on behalf of manufacturers to the customer, or taking the permission to manufacture the goods which they are manufacturing and then sell it into the market. Such type of taking permission, such type of taking right, special right by entering into a contract in order to sell the goods, that is called franchisee. first point. Second point, these type of shops, these type of shops sells the goods on large scale, because they have taken the permission, they have taken the franchisee of a particular manufacturer. That's why they are selling the goods in large quantity and large scale, but in retail. On large scale, but in retail. But in retail means they are selling the goods according to the requirement of customer, but in retail. Their methods of doing business, their methods of doing business, quality of goods, decoration of the shop, is almost similar. Decoration of the shop is almost similar to that of parent company. Parent company means the company from whom they have taken franchisee, means manufacturer. That is called parent company. So the quality of goods which they are producing, the methods of doing business, and the decoration of shop, every franchisee shop is almost same. Their methods of doing business, quality of goods produced by these franchisees, and decoration of their shop or business unit is almost similar to that of their parent company. Any other important point? One more point and last point it can take. Generally, parent company supplies raw material to their franchisees as well as imparting means providing, imparting training to the employees working at different franchises. So this is a short notes on franchisee, and in this way your chapter is completed. Again I am explaining, franchisee means a special right which is given by signing a contract with a company having a particular trademark or brand. The company which has particular trademark or brand, they are selling their products, or they are giving permission to other business unit to sell their products. That agreement is called franchisee. This type of, second point, this type of shops sells the goods on large scale but in retail, meaning in small quantity as per the requirement of customer. Third one is their methods of doing business. Methods of franchisees of doing business, or quality of goods which they are producing, or decoration of the shop or business unit is almost similar to that of their parent company, means that of manufacturers. And generally parent company are supporting all types of, means they are providing all types of assistance, help to their franchisees. For example, they are providing raw materials whenever necessary, they are providing training to their employees at different franchises. So this is a short notes on franchising. In this way, chapter is completed.